Hey guys, this is Odd One Gaming. This is going to be another Infinite Magicraid video. So in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about my mythic choice, which if you've seen the previous video, that is Lukea. So basically what I want to say and what I want to show is the the result that my account has seen by getting Lukea as one of my first choices. And specifically, I want to show how much of an impact she actually had on my account for the sake of progressing some faction crypts, the Tower of Mark, and for the sake of the guild boss. When it comes to the dungeons, she didn't bring that much progress yet because I didn't try to push them too much. However, the whole thing about her is, let me make myself a little bit bigger. The whole thing about her is she's pretty squishy, and maybe I just didn't find the exact right combination for the sake of the Dwarven Ruins, but I'm still, I'm still testing, I'm still progressing myself. One thing that I did find out is, for the sake of the Dwarven Ruins, it's still safer for me to use somebody like a Sigmund, because he's really tanky, and he also brings some shielding of his own, because on his A2 he puts shield based off of his max HP, which can be pretty decent. Maybe if I change, for example, instead of Maya, or if Maya was A5 for me and had some higher stats and higher HP to make bigger shields herself, that would be better. But I'm considering building myself a Whim to help with that, and maybe like that Whim with Catherine and Lukea in this spot plus the 2 HP burners, that should bring me some crazy result. At the same time, I would like to have Melia A2, because once exclusive 2, because once Melia is exclusive 2, she gains an she gains the AoE HP burn. Basically what that means is whenever she inflicts 1 level HP burn on all enemies for 2 turns after casting Valkyrie. So that's the HP burn AoE that I lose from taking Sigmund out. Melia will bring herself, and then when his Zonja will explode, that's gonna make it easier. But one thing that I do want to show is the Tower of Mark specifically. I didn't show that much, but for the sake of the Tower of Mark, I was actually stuck at 19. So I cannot show exactly oh, look how this, but the thing is, I went to 20, I went to 21, I went to 22, they were all full auto. On 23, I had to manual a little bit because it was a little bit weird, because this boss basically keeps healing himself, and that's the same. So if you hit the adds, the boss heals. If you hit the boss, the adds will heal. However, if I just went in there and clicked the boss, I managed to 3-star it pretty easily. When it comes to 24 though, I have a little bit of an issue, because this is the shield boss. And basically what he does, he keeps putting a shield on himself, I think this one's on a tutor cooldown. So every time he does that, I don't do enough damage. However, it's my melee, my Lukea is not the best that she can actually be. Maybe if I get myself a shield remover and another DPS in here, I should be able to pretty easily blast through. But like I said, I pushed pretty good in here, and I'm quite sure I can go even further. Then when it comes to the guild boss, that's where the biggest result came out. So I guess the best way to do that is, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run guild boss level 4, and I'm gonna go in like this. I'm gonna jump in this team and show you the team that I was using before, and that was, instead of her, so instead of her, I was using the A1 Walter to just bring poisons, or I was using space for the sake of bringing, a little bit of extra increased speed. I'm not using Sigmund because that's just HP burn overkill. So what I will be doing, even though I will be losing a little one of my keys, is I'm gonna run it like this first. So let's put Walter in there. Then let's go and put, even though it's he's A1, so it might not be that crazy of a difference, but it's still, it still shows how much stronger she is compared to him. So what I will be doing, I'm putting this because I want him to put the poisons first. He's not booked, it might not be the best showcase, but I want to show what my team was before and then what my team is right now with Lukea. So what I will be doing is I'm gonna, like I said, I might just have to buy another key with some diamonds, but it is what it is. So what I will be doing is I'm going to run this key, and then we're going to come back at the end, and I'm going to show you the damage that I've done with Walter. Then we're going to get Lukea in here, and we're going to run it again, and we're going to see what the result is. How big is the difference in there? Like I said, keep in mind, it's it's the first draft, to say so, of Lukea build. There's definitely the more stuff that I can improve, I can get better gear on her, and so on and so forth. But I'm gonna let this run through and we're gonna come back at the end and we're gonna see what damage we have done, and then we're gonna get Lukea in the team and we're gonna run that again. And obviously after that I'm gonna show you the emblems that I put on her, what, you know, what gear I have and all of that. So see you at the end of this one, guys. Okay, and we are back. So basically the whole result is, obviously Catherine doesn't do as much damage herself. She just brings that feebleness on the A1 if she has enough effect hit. I didn't build crazy amount on her, but I did 44 million damage in there. Most of the damage is obviously gonna be from those HP burns from Melia and from the HP burn explosions from Hezonja. So let's say maybe A Walter was A5, perfectly geared, and maybe with full emblems as well and fully booked. I could see him maybe, I'm not gonna go saying 10 times, but I could see him going at around like 6-7 million damage maybe. So let's say this would have been like a total of 48-50 million, something like that, because obviously his damage would improve a little bit with the increased attack from Slevel, and you know what, this whole team, after all, still has space to be improved. So what we're gonna try right now is I'm gonna drop him and I'm just gonna bring in Lukea and see what damage she can actually do. I'm just gonna put her to prioritize this. I'm not sure how she prioritizes her skills, but I'm just gonna, you know, give her these priorities, and then let's run it again and let's see exactly what damage she can do. The whole idea with her is like, she's not the best bleed champion in the game. There's definitely better ones out there. However, she can do some pretty decent damage in there as raw damage and not just with the bleeds themselves. As you see, I use myself a preset where I put Catherine to start with the A1 instead of the, what's it called, the counterattack, because the first hit from the guild boss is the stun. So by getting the counterattack, you kind of lose on those hits on the AoEs. It's not perfectly speed tuned. We don't have exactly the right perfect speed so that we always have the counterattack on the AoEs, because her AoEs are on a 4th turn cooldown. Up until I get her to actually be what's it called, exclusive 2, when she gets an extra turn on the A2, I cannot do that to have it perfectly speed tuned. However, from what I'm seeing already, the damage is still ramping up, and she keeps getting those things that are called soul fragments, and every time she gets more C, she keeps going and going and going. The thing is, it also depends like how there's a bit of RNG in this. Like, depends who gets the stun. Does Catherine go before that to cleanse it? But overall, she gets so many hits and so much damage in there. She's not gonna stack all those poison, those bleeds. Sorry, a ton, because I didn't give her that much. What's it called? Effect hit. At the same time, look, this was a bad RNG one. I got myself the Slevel to die on turn 12. That's something that I need to improve again, because Slevel dying early, that means I'm losing the increased attack. On the previous one, I did not lose that. But I guess, you know what, I'm gonna run it like this, and I'm definitely gonna need a 3rd key. So what I will do is, we're gonna check this one to see till the end, but it kind of looks like we're gonna do roughly the same damage, even without the Slevel at the end. But after that, I'm going to run it, because I'm going to have to run it again, as I will not do the exact 2 key. I'm going to run another key, and we're going to see how that key actually looks with Slevel alive till the end. I'm just going to, you know, quick spoiler alert, it's something around like 55 to 60 million. But even like this, I already got like 49 million, an extra 5 million, which I said the difference. She only got 11 million. The thing is, we're missing a lot on the increased attack from Slevel in here. So you know what? I'm not going to let you see the whole thing. I'm just going to run it again and again. We're going to come back at the end and see how this actually looks with Slevel being alive for the whole of the fight. Because like I said, if Slevel's not alive, I'm losing on that 40% extra, you know, the increased attack that she provides. So, you know, it's definitely lots of damage that we lose out, and also the stun can, you know, can screw it a little bit over. Depends where it lands. If it lands on Lukea, if it lands on somebody else, it all depends. Like if the stun lands on Catherine, that would be the perfect scenario, because every time she gets a turn, she just cleanses 1 debuff. So like that happened, boom, we straight up got another turn. If we have the decreased attack and the stun at the same time, that can be tricky, because she's only gonna cleanse 1. So if she doesn't cleanse the stun from herself and cleanses the increased attack, it's like, you know, she still loses that turn. But let's see how this one's gonna work. Like I said, we're gonna see each other at the end and see what the damage looks like. Look at this. At the end of the day, it's 55 million damage. I've been having damage from like 55, 56, 58. So more and more damage, and like I said, it's not perfectly optimized, she's not exclusive. There's many more things that I need to still test. I want to see if I give her more effect hit or less, because sometimes I see that, for example, there are 8 bleeds out there, sometimes there's less, but still 55 million with her doing 13 million, that's pretty impressive. Obviously the HP burn still does a lot more damage from Melia, plus she's exclusive one, she gets extra stats, same for Hezondra, exclusive one, explodes HP burn, so you know, overall they're still getting more damage. But let's have a look at how I have built my Lukea. And again, if you guys see something maybe you think I should do different, just leave it in the comments below. I want to see what your thoughts are on this specific build that I have on built right now. Again, the gear is not going to be the perfect one. So basically these are the routes that I chose, because I kind of chose to go with crit rate on her mostly. So I chose the crit rate, and obviously I'm not going to go through every single thing, because like again with emblems, you kind of choose the thing that you think makes more sense for what you're going to use her for. These are the ones that I thought would be the best overall for now for her, and at the end I chose to go crit damage. That gives me an extra 24% crit damage. Maybe it's worth going mastery. Like this is something that maybe I should try and look at. Maybe I will reset, you know, I will not reset, open the second one and try to see if I get her more mastery and more effective in order to land more bleeds. Maybe that's gonna help me more. But those are the emblems. And now let's have a look at the gear. So the gear choices that I went with are one fearless set that gives me crit rate, leech, and mastery. This is sort of like one of the best sets for the sake of DPS champions that you want to keep alive, because it gives you the crit rate, it gives you a little bit of leech, which is some, you know, healing up, and mastery for the sake of the debuffs that she lands, especially dots. Like in this case, debuffs, dots. You only care about dots. Mastery improves the damage of poisons, bleeds, and HP burns or burns. So these are the sets, fearless, and the other one's the wild set, extra attack and extra crit rate, because it's not as easy unless you have perfect build to get to that, you know, close to 100%, not 100% crit rate. So it's, let me show you quickly the weapons. This is the gear. This is the weapon. This is the chest. These are the boots. This is the accessory. Then I chose to go for this one for the sake of like the, what's it called? The type, I guess it's the attack accessory. Then this is the mark accessory. I still need to max this one out. Obviously I'm gonna get a little bit more damage. For here I'm not sure what's best. It might be best to get the effect hit one instead of the attack. Maybe this swap is gonna bring me more damage. That's gonna be something that I'm definitely gonna test out. And then for the sake of the last one, I chose to go with speed, because honestly I feel like 99% of the time you wanna go with speed. It's pretty good as crit rate, mastery, and effect hit. So this is what I chose to go for her. And for the sake of the aura, I chose to go the aura that gives me an extra 16% crit rate. So I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not sure I can check it, but I don't think the crit rate appears in here. So basically I have 76 plus that extra 16%. I think I should have 92% crit rate. If I'm wrong, again, leave it in the comments below, guys. But what I will be doing again, I will be testing more, and maybe I'm gonna come back again and show you another video where I'm like, okay, this is the damage that she did. It's better to have her raw damage, or it's better to have her with effect hit, but that's gonna be for another video. So yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. This is my Lukea. This is what she does so far. I'm really happy with her. I'm still happy with my choice. You know, there's might have been a better idea, but I don't know. I still feel like this is the right choice considering the heroes that I already have and what I'm focusing on. But yeah, this is gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you all in the next video tomorrow. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye guys.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.